Hello everyone, welcome to Polyglot Academy. In this video, we are going to continue with the next grammar point in Chinese, grammar point 8. So if you are new to this channel, please support us by subscribing to our channel, give a thumbs up to this video and share the video to your friends. So let's get started. So in this video, we are going to look at the grammar point nung. So recall in the previous lesson we had 我不会写我不会 which was if you ended the lesson, you discover that 我不会写 So we have I not or don't. I not or don't. We have hui, which is know how to. Know how to. Xie. Excuse. Xie, which is to write. To write. We have here xie, which is to write. To write. So 我, which is I, 不, which is not or don't, 会, which is the know how to in Chinese, and then 写, which is write. So the complete sentence will be 我不会写 I don't know how to write. So that is or that was just a review of the previous lesson. Now to start this lesson, we are going to start this lesson with 能. So let's see, we can write 能. 能 非常好，好，很好，很好。能 which is can. Possibility, that is talking about possibilities. That's is it possible? So let's look at our first sentence. So we have 你 which means you, 你 which means you, and we also have the word, the character 您 which means you plural, like not actually you plural, but you as a respect. Nin, which is you in the form of respect, like vous in French, like vous, like vous in French, or usted in Spanish. Like this is nin, like you respect, in a respectful manner, you sir, and they were vous monsieur, vous, like respect, not vous in the form of a plural, but vous like in respect in French language, and they will have usted in Spanish for respect. Usted in Spanish. So you have nin. So we can have the next character, which is a character nung. This character means can, that is expressing possibility. Is it possible? Am I permitted? So we have nung. You have here nung. Nung. So that's nung. Nung, and then we have tai. And we have explained tai here in the previous lesson. We said tai can indicate or can mean to be in a place or to be at a place. Tai means to be in a place or to be at a place. So, and also tai can mean adding ing, like in the English, adding ing. So we have that, adding ing in a verb or to a verb, like eating or like eat. Tai, like to eat in Chinese, which is chi, and then eating, which is tai chi, tai chi, tai chi. That's for a demonstration. So tai here can mean adding ing to a verb, or can mean to be in a place or to be at a place. 好，继续，很好。So we have 这 这 这 这 这 这. So 这 which means this, and then r, which is just a completion, like jar, which means this all together, and it means yeah. Yes, yeah. So 在这 在这 goes together. 在这 goes together. 在这 在这 it goes together. Okay, which means yeah. 在这 好，继续 the next character we are going to see here is the character 写. This character here is 写, which is, we can demonstrate that. 写. So we have 写. 好，继续 so let's see the demonstration of 写. Xie, which is to write. And then we have ni, which is the first character. The first character, which is like the first character with ni, which is you. So we have here, we have seen this character already. So da, xie ni da. So xie, which is to write, ni, which is you, and da, which is a possession, indicating possession. Your. 名字 this character goes together 名字名字名字名字名字吗 so we can have the complete reading of the sentence before we actually demonstrate you have 你能猜这儿你能猜这儿写你的名字吗你能猜这写你的名字吗好很好 so we have 你能猜这猜这 so we have here 你能猜着写你能猜着写你的名字吗 so we can write the complete sentence with 你 we start with this 你你能能 so this is how you write the Chinese character 能 so once you go to 猜着 I'm going to represent this 猜着 with the same color 猜着I really take my time explaining all the characters 猜着yes so we have this 你能猜着写 so we have to continue we have 你你能 so we have 能and then we have 猜着 this character we've seen that 猜着to have this and then for the next you have 写 this character 写you have this character 你 which is the same character here 你 which is you 你 which is you and 的 so you can put 你的 I can put it all together 的非常好 and we have 名字 I'm trying to separate all of the characters so 名字 and then we're going to translate the set of characters we're going to translate a set of characters so we have 你能猜着写你的名字吗 so let's write we can allow the ma here because we have no space so 你能猜着写你的名字吗 this character here means you that as we explained you, and this character neng, which means can, in the sense of possibility or permission, possibilities or permission. So we have here neng, which is can, and taizhe by itself will mean yeah, that is talking about yeah. Taizhe, which is yeah, at a place. So you can yeah, so you can yeah. Xie, which is all right. I'm differentiating the color so that you can translate other sentences, because it will be impossible for us to write all the Chinese sentences. So I'm really taking time to write and to explain the reason why each character is placed, so that when you take a different sentence, if you come across a different Chinese sentence, you will be able to determine or to predict the translation. So that's why I'm taking my time to explain each Chinese character and the reason for their position. If a Chinese character has to change, then I'm going to explain that this character is changing in this case because of this. So make sure you watch the video to the end, so you fully grab all the tricks and the concept of Chinese character. So we have written this character xie, which is to write, and we'll move on to the next character. We are going to move on to the next character, which is ni, which is you again, which is you, and da, and da, which is the next one here. Da, we're talking about you. We're talking about you. Excuse. We're talking about you, and that here comes to make it possessive, which is your. It comes and makes it possessive. You, ni da your, woda my. Like in woda, let me just explain something briefly. Oh, sorry for that. Woda, which is my. Woda, which is my. Woda, which is my. So ni de, which is your. 名字 名字 which is name. So 名字 which is name, and ma, which is a question particle. So have ma as a question particle. Ma, question word. Question particle. Question particle. Question particle. So in general we can have你能在这写你的名字吗? Which can be translated into English as, can you write your name here? That is you. I can recall that again. You can write. You can write. And your name, question particle. So since it's a question, since the sentence is a question, we have can you. So this, it brings it, can you write your name? Yeah. So you look at how the position of Chinese characters. So yeah, the yeah goes at the end. A place goes at the end. Can you write your name here? 你能在这儿写你的名字吗？很好。好，继续。Now for the next one, we have this. 我 start by this. 我 which is I. And then we have 能 which is can, expressing possibility. 能 which is expressing possibility. So I can erase this one and demonstrate that one after another. 我 which is I. So we have the 我. So we have seen that. We have seen the 我, which is I or me. It will take time in this lesson to explain. So 我 which is I or me. We have the next character, which is 能, which is expressing possibility, can. So I can demonstrate the character. 能 which is can I, can you. So how? And then we have for the next one, we have this character 错 which is to sit. So it means to sit. 错 means to sit. And we have 这 which we mentioned lately that it is a is a character or is a word to mean in English 这 which is 这 which is so which is in this place ma which is a question particle. So in this case we are going to write the ma because we have it ma. We are going to write ma, the character for ma. We're going to write the character for ma, which is a question particle. Question particle. So that is it. Question particle. So in general we can write the complete Chinese sentence by differentiating with our colors. We will start with 我. After breaking down each character, we are going to now write the character all in Chinese. So 能, we are going to use a different color to indicate that 能 and for the next one we are going to use the other color to mean 错 这 I will put the character 这 is a one, is a word. 这 is a single word. 这 so we're going to write it with the same color. So 这 so this is how you write the character. Sorry, you have that. have the character like this. We have a character like this. Jer. And then we have the other character. So we can have this ma with a different color. We can have this ma with a different color. So ma. So we can now do the complete translation. We can now do the complete translation, which is wo, which is I, nung, which is can. We can use a different color for that. Can, and tuo, which is to sit. Tuo, which is to sit. So this is I can sit. I can sit. Jer, which is year. Jer, which is year. Year. Which is year. And ma, which is a question particle. It's a question particle. Question particle. So question particle. A question particle. Question particle. Question particles. Which is a question particle. So the complete translation will be I can sit here, question particle. So can I sit here? That is, am I permitted to sit here? 我能坐这儿吗？我能坐这儿吗？我能坐这儿吗？ Can I sit here? That is, am I allowed to sit here? 很好，很好。好，继续。So let's move on to the next thing. Now in the next sentence, we are going to be comparing. We are going to be comparing 能. We are going to be comparing 能 with 会. That's 能 can versus 会, which is know how to. 能, which is can, versus 会, which is know how to. So let's see how we can write that. 能versus, that is, versus 会 versus 会 能 versus 会. So we have this 能 and 能, which means can, and 会, which means know how to. So 会, in other words, means can, but in the form of to know how to do something. So let's move ahead. We have the sentence we have directly in front of us is a sentence we have seen in the previous video, in the previous lesson. So we have seen this sentence in the previous lesson. So let's see that. So we can demonstrate that. We have 我. This is 我, which is I. This 我, which is I. We saw this sentence in the previous lesson. So, but for explanation purposes, I will still do that. So, the next character we see there is the character pu. And we said in Chinese lessons, the Chinese lesson part, that pu here is used to negate pu here is used to negate present and future tenses. Why may is used to negate. Why may is used to negate past actions like mayo, and is the only negation for yo, which is mayo. Yo, which means to have, and mayo, which means not having. That's past action, negating past action. So we have pu. We can demonstrate that. Pu, which means not or don't. Not or don't. So that's it. So we have the next, as a next character, we have hui. We have as a next character hui, which means to know how to. Know how to. Hui, which is know how to. So the next character there, which is the character do or do. So which means to read. So we can write this character. It's just like the character for my, but with this character attached beside. So which means to read. So we can fully write the sentence in Chinese by saying we can write 我 and 不. We can use a different color for this so we can easily understand this. And 不. So the next sentence there is hui, or the next word, or the next character, the next character or the next word is hui, which is to know how to. Then the next character here is do. We can use a different color for that. Do. This is do, the character do. So this is a character do. So this character here means I. This character means I. And this character here means don't. Like you heard it. Here the character means don't or not. Don't. And then the next character here, hui, which means to know how to. Know how to. Okay, we have know how to for the character hui. Hui, which means to know how to. To know how to. 非常好，很好. Then the last character here we have is the character do, which is the character to read. So this is the character to read in Chinese. So in Chinese, to read is do. So the whole sentence will be 我不会读，我不会读，很好，我不会读. So we have, which is translated as I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read. 我不会读，我不会读. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read. 非常好，很好. So we can see the translation. I can't read. I can't read. So it means I don't know how to read. I can't read. So you can discover that cannot, which is can't, which means also means I don't know how to read. Tissue. So here we are still taking the differences or within none and versus hui, know how to. So let's go to the next one. So in our next sentence, this is what we have. Wo, which means I. Wo, which means I. Wo, which means I. And pu, we've seen that. Pu, which is a negation of present and future of verbs or future tense. We have pu. So we have pu, which means not or don't. So that's it. And then the next character, which is nung, in this case, we have changed the character from hui to nung because we want to see the difference. This one is expressing possibility, nung, permission. Am I permitted? Is it possible that I go out? Am I permitted to go out? Is it possible that I go out? So nung here indicates a possibility. So we can write that nung. So we have here nung, which means can in terms of possibility. Chu, to the verb to go. Chu. We can write that verb to go correctly. Chu, which means is the verb to go. Then it means that tai chu, which means going. Tai chu, I'm going. So 我猜去 which means I'm going. 我猜去 很好 So we have the complete. So for a complete sentence, we are going to have 我 So we are going to have 我 and the next character there is pu. The next character will be nung. Next character is nung. And the next character here is chu.很好 So if you want to translate, if we want to translate now the whole sentence, it will be 我 which is I, and then we have pu which is not, and the person don't. So pu, the character pu, I still repeat it for those who are still new to the channel. I still repeat it. There will be a lesson, or there will be a series of lessons where I will not repeat Chinese character as I'm doing in this video. So I am doing that in order for you to master the writings of Chinese characters. It's not just for fancy, but it's to encourage beginners of the Chinese language so they can be able to write the Chinese character without any problem. So that is it. So let's go ahead. Neng, which is can, expressing possibility, we can erase that and use a different color to distinguish. Neng, which is can. Neng, which is can. So, and then the next character is chu, which is to go. Chu, which is to go, So the complete sentence, sorry for writing the character. I needed to write go. So, I not possibility or can go. I not can go. I can't go. I can't go. I can't. So this is pu neng. I can't go. 很好。So 我不能去，我不能去，我不能去 which means I can't go. 我不能去，我不能去，很好。我不能去，很好。好，继续。Let's move ahead. 我不能去，很好。We are still on a character. We are still on the character neng versus hui. We are still on the same topic neng versus hui. Neng versus hui. So let's try to break down each character and see. Let's try to break down each character and see. So ni, I'll write it back. Ni, which is you. So ni, which means you. It means you. Okay. The next character, hui, which is know how to or can. You can say know how to. Is can in a sense that you know how to do something. I can do it. I can cook. 我会做饭。我会做饭。So 会which means know how to. So you know how to. 很好，很好。So 会 which means know how to. Let's go to the next character. Xie, we've seen this character before, which means is a character to write. Is a character to write. So this is a character to write. So we can demonstrate, we can illustrate the character. It is a character to write. So this is write. Write, to write something down, to write a letter, to write something down. So that is it. So we move on to the next thing. The next character, ni. So this will be the next character, which is ni. Next character, which is ni. Okay. Ni is written as. And remember, ni is you. So just for explanation purpose, I will reiterate with ni, which also, if you add this character, it's already the ni. If you have, let's say, nin, which is which is you. You respect. You respect vous. Respect in French, and usted. And usted. usted. So I just wanted to explain ni, because we have not been seeing this character, but the character is also frequent. It's frequently used. This character is frequently used, even though in our sentences we haven't come across this character, but the character is frequently used. That's a frequently used character. It's a frequently used character. So how tissue? We can close that and open our pen again. Neither, and also recall that neither goes together. Sorry. Also recall that neither goes together. It goes together. So we can have that is neither. I'll write it all over again. So that is this neither, which is your. Alone, this character means you. So let's write the you. That is you. And then da is coming to make it possessive. So neither, which means you are.非常好. So we have 名字 So we can have this character, and this character here means name, 名字. 你叫什么名字? The famous phrase that most children and most learners know. 你叫什么名字? 你叫什么名字? 名字, this is the 名字. So if you have never seen the 名字, then this is 名字. 名字 So we have ma. We have ma. We have ma. Sorry. This is not ma. Sorry for that. We have this character ma, which is a question particle. So we said it's a question particle. Question particle. So ma is a question particle. So let's see how we can write ma as a question particle. So question particle. Question particle. So let's see how we can demonstrate the whole sentence. We can see how we can go through the whole sentence and fully grab the concept. So we can fully grab the concept by going through the whole sentence structure. So we are going to write that step by step with different colors. The first one is ni, and we write ni like this. The second character we have there is hui. That's the second character we have there. Hui. It is hui. So let's see how we can write hui. So hui, that's how we write hui. 很好. So hui, and we have 写. We can use a different color for that. 写. We have xie. Let's write the character very well. Sorry for writing the character in that way. So we have, this is the character we are to write. That's why I always love to highlight the characters. I always love to highlight characters before I write them, so you can be seeing which character am I to write, or which character am I writing. So we have this here. Maybe it's the mouse that is disturbing, but we are going to write the character xie, which is to write, and they will have neither. So in this case, neither has no brother. In this case, neither has no brother. So we have ni, which is you, and then da comes to make it possessive. Neither, which is your, and then we have 名字, 名字. So you remember, these sentences are just repeated so that you can fully embrace Chinese character. So you can fully embrace Chinese character. So we have 名字, 名字. So 名字, which means a name. 名字, which means a name. So, and we have the question particle ma. We have the question particle ma. That's the question particle. So let's write the ma and see. Let's write the ma and see. So ma, ma, ma. So we can now translate the sentence word for word. After translating the sentence character by character, we are now going to take the whole sentence and translate it. So let's translate the sentence character by character and writing them down. We'll translate the sentence character by character and writing them down. So ni, which is you. And the next character here, which is hui. You can give its color to it. So hui, which is know how to. Hui, which is know how to. Know how to. So we're going to write that. Hui, which is know how to, and then the next sentence, xie, which is to write. Maybe write a letter, since it's the only character which is write. Yeah. So that's write. That's a character meaning to write. That's to write something down. To write. So we have the next one, nida. Nida. We have the next one, nida. Nida, which is you are. Nida, which is you are. 名字, 名字. We're going for a different color, maybe a thick color for these things. It will be clear. 名字. 很好,很好,很好,很好. So we have 名字. So which means name. Which means name. And ma, which is a question particle. You can write that ma, a question particle. So ma, a question particle. So we can now fully translate this sentence to mean you know how to write your name, question particle. So this will mean, do you know how to write your name? Do you know how to write your name? 你会写你的名字吗？你会写你的名字吗？ Do you know how to write your name? That is, can you write your name in the sense of knowing to do something? 你会写你的名字 So this is it. 你会写你的名字吗？很好，很好。继续。So we have this as our next. We have this as our next sentence. So this is the sentence we are having in front of us. The sentence talks about 你能在这儿 So we are seeing the same sentences but with different 能 or with differences between 能 and 会 differences between 能 and 会 So let's see this character. So we have we can write the character more clearer by writing this. So that is ni, which is you, and neng, so we have neng, we have the character neng, which is can, possibility. Neng, which is can, or in the sense of possibility, So we have that in the sense of possibility. So the next one, tai, jur goes together. So I'm going to explain tai. I'll repeat it again. I said tai is like adding ing in English, and tai can also mean to be in a place or to be at a place. Tai jur, in this case, tai is a place. Tai jur. So we have 太热 很好 So we can write it 太热 Always love, I'm used to writing the Chinese characters. I'm addicted to the Chinese characters. I'm really addicted to the Chinese characters. Don't want to find any other thing than the Chinese characters. So I'm really in love with the Chinese characters. 很好很好非常好非常好老师非常好 So I love writing the Chinese character. So I would also like you to play around with the Chinese. Just play around with the Chinese characters. Just play around with it. So 太热 which is a year, which is year. Yes, which is year. Tiger, which is yeah. 很好，很好。Tiger. So we have here the next character will be 写 which is to write. The character 写 which means to write. So we have 写. So 写 which is to write. This character means to write. Sorry for this. Character means to write. So this character here means to write. You're writing. So the character here means to write. So we have the next character. The next character here is 你的 which is your, where the character 你 which means you, the character 你 which means you, and the da which is make it possessive. It gives right to your. So this one gives right to your. 你的非常好，非常好。好，继续。The next character for illustration, we have 名字。So we have 名字 and this is how you write 名字。So that's a character for 名字, which means name, which means name. The character means name. Character 名字, we've written the character already, which means name. The character means name. 很好. And then we have our character, the last character here, which means ma. The character here which means ma, which is a question particle. So this is a question particle. Question particle. So so we can now fully write the sentence in Chinese. After we fully write the sentence in Chinese, we are going to still break down each character and write it in English and form a phrase in English where we can be able to translate it into English, to arrange the words so it suits the English sentence. So let's get started. We have 你, which is you. Then the next we have 能. That is 能. And then we have the next character. The next character here is, so this is the next character. 菜. So we have the 菜字. I always love to write these three characters as a single character. 菜字. And then we have 写. We can change the color and write 写. So we fully understand how Chinese characters are made of. So the next one, which is, it goes back to ni, but in this case it's attached to a different character which give possession. So you first of all write this character. After you go down, next character, then after you have da, so 你的名字, so we can have this. So that is the character. Let's write that. So we have 名字, 名字, 名字. So that is it. That is it. We have ma. To have the character ma. Ma. Character ma is a question particle. So let's start giving word for word translation and writing them down. So ni, which is you. Neng, which is expressing possibility, which is showing possibility. So can, it means can, or to in the form of a permission, permitted. 在这, 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 which means yeah. 在这, which means yeah. 在这, 在这, which means yeah. And we have 写, which means is a character to write. Is a character to write. Now we have 你的, which is your. 你的. So you have your. I can see that some people cannot see the character your. This is it. We've shown that. And then we have this character 名字, which is a name. 名字, which is name. So that is a name. Then we have ma, means ma, which is a question particle, which is a question particle. So have that as a question particle. A question particle. So now the whole sentence will be, the whole sentence in Chinese is 你能猜着写你的名字？你能猜着 Can you write your name here? 你能猜着写你的名字吗？你能猜着写你的名字吗？很好，很好。So we have as next sentence, we're going to see that. And this sentence still talks about the differences between 能 and 会. We are talking about differences between 能 and 会, can, and know how to, which is still can. But can in the sense of I know how to, I can do it, means I know how to do it. This can in the sense of permission. So possibility. So let's go, let's move ahead. So we have this sentence 我不会开车，我不会开车。So Let's put that into writing. So that is it. Wo, which is I. Wo, which means I or me. And then we have pu. Then we have pu. Pu, which means not. Or you can have don't. 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 很好. Pu, which means not or don't. So let's move ahead. Hui, pu hui, hui, which means we can write that. Which means know how to. So that is know how to. Hui, which means know how to. 很好. The next one. Kai je is one word, but I'm going to break down the character. I'm going to break down the character Kai, and I'm going to break down the character Che, and then after that we are going to join the character together. The characters, we are going to join the characters together. Kai Che. So Kai Che. So Kai. I'm going to just write that all. Kai Che. Then I'm going to break that. So we have Kai, which means to open, to start, to open. So it means that's Kai. It means to open. To start. So Kai means to open, or it can mean to start. And Che, this is Che. Sorry, I will demonstrate that. I love to break down the characters so that you know each character before you know the combined meaning of the character. So Che, which is that's a car. Sorry, it's a car. It's a car or vehicle. So you have car or vehicle. So got no space. Vehicle. So Che, which is vehicle. And we have Kai, which is to open or to start. So to open or to start, like for example, to start a car is to drive. To start a car is to drive. So start a car, it means to drive. So Kai che, which means to drive. Kai che, it means to drive. Kai che means to drive. So we have next. So that's the end of the character. So we can now fully write all the characters. We can now fully write all the characters, and we translate. That's we write all the characters in Chinese in order to practice how to write Chinese character. The reason why I always write Chinese characters because I don't want to take another lesson which says character writing exercise. There is what we call in Chinese. There's a topic we call in Chinese character writing exercise. So I don't want to make a separate video for character writing exercise. Reason being that it is so tedious, and I can show you how to write Chinese character while teaching you the meaning and the usage in a sentence at once. Needless writing Chinese characters without knowing the meaning, or with knowing the meaning but you don't know how it changes in sentences. So I do character writing exercises in a sentence or in a paragraph, so I can tell you the reason why a character is like this and tell you the different forms where the character can change. So that's the more reason why I take the Chinese character and write them, show you how to write the characters in a sentence. So let's proceed. So we now need to write the full characters. We now need to write the full character. So in order to write the full character, this is what we're going to have. So the first character here is wo. Sorry for that. Wo. Wo, which is I. And then we have pu. And we have pu, which is not. We are going to explain that. Let's just leave that for now. And hui. Kai che, wo pu hui kai che. And we have seen that wo means I, and pu, which means not. It means not. Or it can means don't. So now hui, which means know how to. Hui, which means know how to. So know how to. 很好。开车 to drive. 开车 drive. 开车 that's to drive. 我不会开车我不会开车 means I don't know how to drive. So I don't know how to drive. 我不会开车我不会开车很好。不会开车啊。我不会开车 I don't know how to drive. So we have this. So let's move on to the next sentence, because we have a lot to go. The next sentence here will be 我不能开车我不能开车 that is I can't drive. Not that I don't know how to drive, but I don't have the permission because of a circumstance. I don't have that permission to drive. I know how to drive quite alright, but 我不能开车 I don't have the permission. I have not been granted, or I have not been allowed to enter the car and drive. But actually, I know how to drive. It's not like in the first case, 我不会开车 I don't know. It means I don't have the skill. I don't have the skill to drive. I have never entered a car to drive before. So 我不会开车 I don't have the skill to drive. I have not been trained how to drive. But in the second case, 我不能开车, I don't have the permission to drive. I can drive. They have given the cars to other people, but they haven't given me the permission for me to drive. So that is what 能. So 能 and 会 cannot be interchangeable. 能 and 会, both of them means can, but in a different sense. Yeah, this 不能 means I don't have the permission. I can drive quite all right. I have the skill to drive, but they haven't given me the permission to enter that car and drive. So that's what the second sentence is trying to say. So let's see how we can break this sentence down. 我, which means all my students love Shang Laoshi because Shang Laoshi always like to write the Chinese characters. Make Chinese characters your friend and you discover that you write Chinese character with ease. A lot, thousands of students face difficulties in writing the Chinese characters. But I've made in my videos a simple way to write Chinese characters. Just be fluent with Chinese characters. Don't see it like something abstract, but just be fluent with the Chinese characters. It's very, very important. When you are fluent with the Chinese characters, it gives you the anxiety, or it gives you that zeal for you to study Chinese. Because without you knowing the Chinese characters, you always, most of the times, feel reluctant to read your Chinese book or to revise your Chinese lessons due to the mysterious and the numerous Chinese characters full everywhere and you are confused. But when you make Chinese characters your friend, you will be able to grab the knowledge or the simplicity of Chinese characters. We explained in the previous video that Chinese characters are pictographic. Yes, pictographic in the sense that you can look at a character and imagine the world. You can look at a character and imagine the world. For example, if you look at this character means a person. And if you look at the character itself, let me just draw something here. You discover that it's actually a person. This is the person's hand. You discover that this is a person. So with the legs, so it's somebody walking. So you can easily, so if I wipe out the upper section, you discover that we took the downer section to mean a person or people or person, someone walking, someone that is walking. So 我, which is I, 我, which means I, and 不, which means not. So I can write the 不, and a 不 here means not. Or it can mean don't, is the same thing. Not, don't, quite same thing. So don't, not. So for 不, and then we have 能, which is permission, possibility. Is it possible? Can I? Am I permitted? That's why we need to write Chinese sentences so we can have more insight of Chinese characters. We can have more insight of the Chinese characters. More insight of the Chinese character. Very, very important. We should take these characters seriously. Chinese characters are very, very important. So we have 开车, which this one means can in the sense of possibility or permission. Am I allowed? And we have 开车, kaiche goes together. And we have already explained kaiche here, which means to drive. But I can still repeat because the video continues and you might not have time to come behind and review the lesson. Kai means to open. Means to open. Or it can also mean to start. It can also mean to start. It can also mean to start. And che, which means a car. It means a car. A car. Vehicle. So a car, a vehicle. Yes. And kaiche, in this case here, kaiche here means kaiche, which means to drive. To start a car means to drive. To start the car's engine. To start the car, it means to drive. To drive. So that is it. So we are going to write the complete sentence using different colors as usual. 我不能开车开and che, so I'll just put it as a single word. 开车 which is to drive. So 我 which is I, and we can pu which is not, or don't, and then we have the character neng, which is can. The character neng, which means can. And then we have kaiche, which means to drive. To drive. So I don't, or I can't drive. Not that I don't have the skill. I have the skill quite all right. But there is a car. I'm not allowed to enter the car and drive. Yes, I have the skill. I can drive. But in this case, I am not allowed to drive. I can't drive, which means I just drank. Maybe because of a circumstance, maybe I drank alcohol. And the company refuse or deny me access to the car, deny me access to drive. So this is what this sentence is talking about. So they deny me access to drive. So 我不能开车 I can't drive. 我不能开车很好很好好继续 Now our last sentence will be talking about time. Here we'll be talking about time expression. We'll be talking about time. So we have time plus 钱 time plus 钱 So we have as an example of a Chinese sentence, 钱 means before. Sorry for that. 钱 means before. Tian means before. So we have 星期五前, 星期五前. So 星期五, which is Friday, this the 5th day of the week. 星期五, 星期五, 非常好, 非常好. So we have 星 So we have here Xing, which is a star. Xing Ye, I've never broken down this character. Xing Ye means star. The star, the character, the word for star is Xing. Qi means to schedule. Xing means something like time, talking about time schedule. So Qi, Xing Qi. So something. Xingqi wu, wu here is 5. Wu, which is 5. Then we have qian, qian. Xingqi wu qian, before Friday. Xingqi wu qian. So we are just from writing the character 星期五前, which means before Friday. Please, this was the end of this lesson. I will advise you to watch the video 2 to 5 times, so you fully grab all the concept. I took time to explain this video because it's a very, very vital grammar point. Neng and hui. The differences between neng and hui. Very, very important. So I've taken time to explain one character to the next so that this is fully dropping in. I will be very grateful if you can watch the video 2 to 5 times so that you easily recognize and use phrases with hui and neng. So that's my priority, for you to fully use the character hui and neng. So please make sure you go through the video again and again, even more than the 5 times. Even you can watch the video 20 times so that you fully get the concept. You can easily grab the knowledge behind hui. The knowledge, you can easily grab the knowledge behind neng and hui. Very, very important. Neng and hui, 非常好. So this is the lesson. We have seen all of this lesson, and because of time constraint, we could still make a recap of all what we have seen. So, but because of time, we are going to do that in the next video. So stay tuned. So that was the end of our lesson, Chinese grammar point 7. Chinese grammar point. So if you found this video useful, please support us by subscribing to our channel. You can subscribe to our channel. This is our channel. Subscribe to our channels so that you can encourage us to make more videos like this with well explained Chinese characters after characters. So, and don't forget to give a thumbs up, like the video, give a thumbs up to this video. So make sure you like the video, you give a thumbs up to this video, and share this video to thousands and thousands of friends. Share it to your loved ones, those who love Chinese, those who are interested in learning Chinese with the characters. Those who are interested in learning Chinese without the characters, please share it to them. They might be encouraged, or they will be encouraged to start their Chinese lesson. So for more information about Chinese language, English and French, please, this is our website. Kindly visit our website. I will leave a link in the description. I'm going to leave a link in the description. my.woki.net/language tutor. my.woki.net/language tutor. So this is our website. I will leave a link in the description, so you click and you can book for your online Chinese class, English and French, where we will have a tutor, a language tutor, to guide you all through your language journey. So nice day learning the Chinese language. 再见